The game of cricket owes a lot to two brash, controversial entrepreneurs who transformed the game from a staid gentleman's game to the global sports entertainment industry that it has now become. In 1971, when cricket was still a gentleman's game played over 5 days in test matches with a rest day after day 3, what happened was after the rains washed out the third test match between England and Australia, the two teams decided to play a one-day one-off match of 40 overs. Each over consisted of 8 balls and the cricketers were in white flannels and played with a red ball. England lost that game to Australia, and that was the first ODI ever played. In 1977, a 39-year-old entrepreneur by the name of Kerry Packer approached the Australian Cricket Board with a $1.5 million offer to broadcast the cricket games being played. His offer was rejected by the Australian board, and Kerry Packer, incensed with this rejection, went ahead and set up the World Series Cricket Alternative Cricket Contest that had the top players from around the world playing cricket matches. And the innovations that he introduced are breathtaking because they are still used today in all forms of cricket except test matches. He introduced colored clothing, he introduced floodlights, cricket matches played at night, he introduced dark colored side screens, white balls, he introduced all kinds of camera angles, he introduced microphones on the pitch that would capture what the cricket players and the umpires said. He had commentators who adopted a casual, chatty, conversational style. He had cheerleaders, and he advertised and promoted the sport with risque lines such as "big boys play at night" and "night cricket is played with 2 balls." World Series cricket became so popular and became such a huge TV hit that the Australian Cricket Board had no option but to grant Channel 9, which was Kerry Packer's channel, the broadcasting rights to cricket. And the game of cricket was changed thereafter forever. In 1975, after Kerry Packer launched all of this, all the top players from around the world became contracted international class players. They were all paid to play cricket and no longer had to have a second job essentially to support this. In 2005, when the world's first T20 was played, when Australia played New Zealand and won, the birth of the modern T20 game happened. The ICC T20 tournament took place in 2007 in South Africa, with India defeating Pakistan. In 2008, another brash, controversial entrepreneur by the name of Lalit Modi, aged 44 years, decided to convert this into a global franchise, modeled on the lines of the English Premier League and all the other large leagues around the world. He launched the IPL T20 in 2008. He brought in lots of money, corporate sponsorships, technology, glamour, celebrities, upgraded grounds, brought in international talent, coaches, new forms of training. It had its share of controversies, it had its gossip columnists, it had everything that would attract an audience. The great innovation that Lalit Modi brought into the sport was by introducing 4 5-minute breaks by way of the strategic timeouts, which allowed for 20 additional minutes of advertising time and hence advertising revenue for the IPL and with the IPL to all the teams. So just think about it. Modern cricket as we know it today has been transformed largely, in fact, I would say almost entirely, due to the efforts of two brash, controversial, disruptive entrepreneurs. Isn't it time we applied the same kind of thinking, not necessarily all of the same kinds of methods, to transform sports in this country? What do you think?